In this video, I'm going to talk about the common mistakes that people make when it comes to alcohol cravings, and I'm going to give you a practical step-by-step guide on how I manage alcohol cravings myself. Let's jump straight in. When we experience cravings, our brain releases neurotransmitters like dopamine, which makes us feel really good and are also addictive. These cravings can also trigger our brain's reward center, making it really difficult to resist alcohol in that moment when we have the craving. And that's why it's essential now to prepare yourself for when you get your next alcohol craving. Now let's talk about some of the common mistakes people make, including myself back in the day, when they have a craving for alcohol. One of the most common mistakes is people try to fight it. You're never gonna win when it's you against the craving. And in fact, research has shown that you're probably gonna make your craving even worse. Another mistake people make is they try and talk themselves out of the craving. They try and use the rational side of their brain, the logic, and when we're having a craving, rationale, logic is not getting into our brains. It's not going to work. And the third most common mistake people make when they get a craving is they think it's bigger than them. They think it's more powerful than them themselves. And so they always give in. Now, I know that you are stronger and more powerful than a craving. You just need the specific tools to overcome the craving. So what's the best approach to beat cravings? It's a three-step process that starts with the physical, the emotional, and then the rational. And here's why the ordering is so important here. When we experience a craving, it's our physical body reacting, followed by our emotions, followed by the rational, the logic. And that's why we need to address them in that order: physical, emotional, and rational. So let's jump in to step one, the physical. So the first step is to change your physiology, change your physical state. Now, a craving, you'll experience it in your body much more earlier than you'll actually recognize it in your brain. There might be an uncomfortableness in the pit of your stomach, might be a slight sweating, your heartbeat's a little bit accelerated, and you're just hyper-focused on alcohol. There are some really simple ways to change your physical state. One that I love and is accessible in pretty much any place you're in is put your hands under cold running water. So go to the bathroom, go to the kitchen, wherever you are, and just let your hands go under the cold water. Now, this might seem a little bit strange, putting your hands under cold water, but it's going to give you a shock to the nervous system and it will take your focus away from the craving. Another way to change your physical state is to do jumping jacks, right? Just where you are, go to the bathroom if you need to, and just do some jumping jacks. That's going to change your physical state. Another way could be breathing. Take some really deep breaths, focus on the exhale being longer than the inhale, and this is going to activate your parasympathetic system and really calm your body down. Another example might be just going for a walk, change your physical environment. Get outside, walk around the block a couple of times. That's going to change your physical state. So that's step one, focus on the body. So once you've changed the physical state, in the moment when you're having that craving, the second step is remembering your why. Using the why, recognizing and reminding yourself, why are you on this alcohol-free journey? Why is it that you want to stop drinking? What was the situation that you were in before you decided to quit drinking? What was it? Tap into that emotional state that you were in when you originally made that decision and that promise to yourself to quit drinking. At the beginning of my client's journey, I always get them to write a letter to themselves of radical acceptance. And it's all about the situation, like the brutal honesty of the reality of the situation that they're in now, how drinking has held them back, what they're using drinking for. Like, is it to cover their loneliness, their boredom, their disappointment in life? And so I always suggest, like, at the beginning of your journey to quit alcohol, write a letter similar to that to yourself and read it. In moments like this, have a photo of it on your phone, read it, reconnect with that purpose, that why you decided, reconnect with your why to stop drinking alcohol. That's going to really fire you up and give you that motivation in that moment to stick to your decision and to continue being alcohol free. So the third step to beating cravings is really looking at the root cause of that craving. Now, cravings can be triggered by many different things. It can be different environments, it could be emotions, it can be people. But what was really helpful for me is identify what trigger caused that craving. Was it because it was Friday at 5 p.m. and typically that's when I used to drink? Was it because I was with a certain person? Was it because I was feeling a certain emotion, boredom, stressed, whatever it is? And in those situations, I've typically drunk. When we're able to identify the original trigger, we can change our response to that trigger. We're not going to be able to break our habits of drinking, but we are going to be able to pattern interrupt. And this is going to help you prevent cravings from even appearing in your day, which ultimately is what we want to do. We want to beat our cravings and reduce them in frequency and strength. So there you have it. Those are the 3 steps to beating alcohol cravings. The first, change your physical state. The second, check in with your why, reconnect with your why and your motivation to quit drinking. And the third one, understanding the root cause for that craving. By using these tools, you're going to be able to overcome your cravings and stick to the alcohol-free path. I would love to know in the comments below how you beat your cravings for alcohol. And I'll see you in the next video.